The only reason I have access to this replay for apparently Jack against oKhaliD is because Jack had auto save and auto upload on his replays. So as soon as this game was over, it auto saved and it auto uploaded to ballchasing.com. So I found it. I just searched his name and there it was, Jack against Khaled. I love Jack. I think he's a great player, but it's so funny that he's queuing up and he's trying to snipe a dead monster, accidentally gets Khaled and gives Khaled his 1800 game in the process, and then also accidentally uploads the replay so we could watch it. But we really appreciate Jack for that. He's a really, really great player. Definitely one to watch right now and in the future for EU Rocket League. If you missed it last week, myself and Matt Smellsworth had him on for the Saltcast podcast, and he was really great. I think you can catch that on Matt's YouTube channel, so head over there if you want to hear more about apparently Jack, what he gets up to, how he got into competitive Rocket League. Anyway, let's get into this game. It's apparently Jack against Khaled. This is the game that Khaled needed in order to get to 1800 in 1v1. He was on a tear at this point, and he definitely had Jack's number from the start. Wow, that's a very good flick as far as Khaled's flicks go. Now, like I said before this, I'm not going to pause, I'm not going to rewind during the first viewing of this, because I know a lot of you guys just want to watch this game and enjoy it. So we're going to let this play all the way through, but we will change POVs a few times. I have figured out how to do that without pausing the game. That's a good ball chase there by Jack, but Khaled's kept the ball in the corner quite nicely, and he skips over Jack, who's trying to put the pressure on Khaled. He doesn't want to give Khaled space to start the dribbles, but Khaled is really on form. Didn't want to take the ball across his own box there, across the top of his own goal, because he knows if he does that, Jack's probably going to steal the boost to the far side. So he wanted to keep it in that corner where they were, keep Jack boost starved. Really smart play. Delayed flick by Khaled. Nice save by Jack. It was really risky to leave it that late. Oh, he's not going to get that one though, is he? Khaled's just too powerful in the shot. 3-0 in 39 seconds. That boy Jamie, thanks for the brand new Prime, by the way. PT Joe with the 10-month Prime. Welcome back. Really appreciate you guys. And yeah, welcome to all of you who are tuning into the stream today. Yeah, apologies for the lack of normal streams recently. We've been doing 2 RLCSX casts a week, obviously, in the weekends. We've been doing 2 grid casts a week during midweek. Oh, wow. That is a boomer by Khaled. 4-0. I'm not skipping replays, by the way. You don't get replays when you're watching a game from a replay file. That's why none of these goals are getting replays. But we might go back and look at them all. Well, that's another good save by Jack. That's about all he's had from this game so far. Good job to keep this ball in the back corner, though. This is so important, especially in a game where Khaled's been dominating the possession. Jack looking for the low 50. Khaled stays right with him. A nice demo. Man, Khaled in this game is just one step ahead at every stage. And now he's got the volley lined up. That's not going to cut it, though, and it's rare to see Khaled mess up the power from that range. You guys who have been watching my recent casts of him, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. That's not the right goal, Jack. 5-0. But yeah, you guys who have been watching my recent cast of oKhaliD, you'll know that I want to see more of the good old-fashioned, no messing around, no respect for his opponent's defense, just fast bounce dribble into shot, regardless of what they're doing. I want to see more of that. I think it might have been Jorius that stopped Khaled from doing that, because Jorius is the first person who showed that he can somewhat consistently defend those, and Khaled started to maybe lose a bit of confidence, just try and slow things down a bit more than he used to. Again, nice 50-50 by Jack. Has he overhit that first touch, though? He might have, and he's definitely shot that wide of the target. Brecco, thanks to the 31-month Tier 1. Very much appreciated, dude. Tug, thanks to the 3-month, 4 actually total, Tier 1 from you. And Captain God87, thanks for gifting 2 subs to Borden and Risic. Potato King Empire with the Prime, welcome. A Buff Butt with a 42-month Prime, welcome back. And that boy Jamie with the brand new Prime as well. Really appreciate you guys. That's a ton of subs. We've only been live for a few minutes. Yeah, at this point, this is probably when Jack realized that he'd made a mistake. that he might have beamed it by queuing up at that exact moment. That's what he gets for trying to snipe his teammate. You queue into oKhaliD by accident. I got to see a couple of other oKhaliD games, and I showed you I showed you guys a few of them. Well, a couple, I think, of Khaled against Fairy Peak from Fairy Peak's channel. That was just Fairy Peak queuing into ranked ones and finding that oKhaliD's on that grind. Even though he's rank 1 at the time, he's still grinding. I asked Khaled if he sniped Fairy, and he said he didn't. He doesn't really watch Twitch at all, so he didn't have any idea that Fairy was streaming. Now there's 1 goal back for Jack, and as we know that 6-goal lead, 5 now, isn't insurmountable in ones. Even if you're playing khalid, you're likely to get 6 chances. Now you only need 4, so definitely winnable, but requires pretty much perfect play, unless of course khalid's getting a bit nervous that this is the 1800 game. He's been going for this for so long, really wants to be the one to get it. Big power shot, Jack in the corner, 7-2. And unfortunately for Jack, that's not the perfect play that we were asking for. It's not the perfect play that he absolutely requires. Yeah, I think Jack's playstyle won't necessarily do very well against khalid when khalid is on that ranked grind. I think he won't be dominating khalid ever in that ranked, when khalid's on that ranked grind mode, because Jack does play quite a conventional style of 1v1. You saw that when khalid ran into Fairy Peak, he lost the first game because Fairy Peak style is not very conventional. You have to make adaptations to beat him. Khalid did make those adaptations, but in a game 1, I don't think that khalid's going to have that problem against Jack. I think that his default, I'm playing ranked and I'm trying to ladder up style, that kind of style where you can't lose any games, you have to win them all, that works pretty well against Jack as a baseline. Now if they queued up again, if this wasn't khalid's 1800 game, I think Jack would be able to switch up his style and make this closer in the next game. But look at that, 1 minute and 10 remaining and Jack's out. Wow. So he'd seen enough. And I don't actually know if at this point, if Jack knew that he had just helped khalid inadvertently to reach 1800 for the first time. But again, congratulations to khalid on what must have felt pretty good. Not to get the 1800 game against a random player, not to scrape it, but to absolutely smash it out of the park. He knew at this point. So yeah, I think on Dead Monster's stream, you can't see Jack playing the game, but you can hear him because they're in Discord, and he was just despairing. Jack's hilarious, but yeah, he didn't like that at all. But I'll tell you what, since we didn't get to watch any replays of the goals, we'll go back and watch all the goals one more time. See exactly what happened. Started off with a pretty much perfect flick, and khalid's flicks have been improving recently. So first goal being a monster flick is pretty scary for Jack. Now we need to rewind back a bit more for goal number 2, because I actually like this whole play after the kickoff. You see here, Jack goes to the mid boost, khalid goes to the back corner boost. Now a lot of players would back off in this position, but Jack knows that that's just asking for trouble, because you're just giving khalid the space to start the bounce dribble. So he, I think, correctly plays aggressively in the corner. You could see that khalid wanted the first touch there, but that from khalid is really smart, because notice what would have happened if he had taken the ball across his own back wall. Jack would have stolen this boost and then probably turned aggressively again, and now he would not only be boxing khalid into the corner, but he would have a boost advantage as well. So what does khalid do against that? He just keeps the ball in this corner. There's the failed dribble, but there you go. No going across, keeping the ball in the corner, and look how close that is to khalid's goal, but he's not afraid of this because he knows Jack's probably already made some sort of a run over the other side. And yeah, Jack was totally surprised by that. Did not anticipate khalid playing in this corner for so long. So another kickoff coming in. Jack waiting patiently there. But yeah, got a bit greedy here. Thought that he could make... he didn't even go for the big boost. All he did is try to go for this boost, and maybe he was thinking about going for that one, but he turned early after realizing khalid's about to shoot. Yeah, just underestimated how fast the shot was going to come in. But it's clinical from khalid to just spot that opening. He sees... All he had to see was that turn there by Jack, and he thinks, yeah, I'm just going to shoot this. He's not going to save that bottom corner shot. Already 3-0. So let's go to the next goal. Another absolute banger from khalid. Pretty good spacing of the turn. And once more, keeping the ball in his back corner. Doesn't want to take it across the goal, because that enables his opponent, Jack, to play for the boost steal, play for the demo. He just goes straight down the line. And that is a double jump volley. No need to flip through the ball from this angle when you've got that run up where you can slice into the ball. Notice he's coming in from the right hand side of the ball, but he actually crosses over to the left hand side with his jump and hits the ball on the left. Really important that he does that, because I think if he shoots to the far post like Jack was probably expecting, I don't think it's going to work. It's the fact that he fakes the far post shot here, like going for that wide run up, makes it look like he's going to crash that across the goal. And instead he just goes near post. It's really smart. It really shows why these hook shot lines are impressive and difficult to stop, because you really have a hard time figuring out where the attacker tends to shoot. Hey Greasy, how's it going, man? Forget 1v1 legend, 3v3 legend. You're back at it. I'm so happy for you, man. That was amazing to see the run into top 4. Yeah, long may it continue. Long may it continue, man. That's really, really cool. So next play starts off with oKhaliD getting the demo. And this is what I'm talking about. I would have loved to see in this position oKhaliD just go for a shot. Just say, you know, Jack, I don't care where you spawn. I'm just going to bang this shot top corner. Because I feel like when oKhaliD's at his best, when he's at his most scary, he is just rifling these shots in. Now, he might not have liked this first touch. I think this could be why, on this occasion, oKhaliD went for the slower play. Obviously, the flick didn't pay off. These kind of side flip flicks, they work better when you're going fast. So the fact that he slowed down didn't really play well into that. I can only imagine that the reason he went for this order play is because he hit the ball a bit too infield. Didn't have the run up that he wanted. But yeah, let's take a look at Jack's first goal of the game. Just cracks it in the top corner. Definitely an unforced own goal there. I don't think that Jack had to shoot that in his top bin. Yeah, Jack going for the flick to oKhaliD's top corner, misses it, and that's the problem, of course. The age-old problem in 1v1 of missing with a big flick to the near post. You're just going to not only fail your own attack, but get scored on immediately afterwards. Good boost grab there by Jack. He read it well. Predicted that he was going to get there first. And straight away crosses over to the far side. That means that oKhaliD has to come with him. oKhaliD correctly puts some pressure on. He doesn't retreat to his back corner. He crosses over so he can shadow at the near post. Definitely good defending by him. But he slowed down, and as soon as he slowed down, that's when Jack went for the shot. So I don't like, hitting the brakes here doesn't make a lot of sense from oKhaliD. He just totally lost all of his momentum. I don't know, was he anticipating a mind game maybe? Because it didn't look like the mind game was coming when we were watching. Oh yeah, Greasy, what Smellsworth just said. Yeah, you should come on our podcast. Maybe, do we have anybody for next week? I don't think we do, Matt. Matt is Smellsworthless in chat for anybody who's wondering who I'm talking to when I say Matt. I'm going to be hosting him in about 12 minutes. You're killing you pausing the game every 2 seconds. We've already done a whole cast of the game. Now it's just now we're reviewing it. We're reviewing it with pausing. I've given you guys the full watch through with no pausing. Now we're pausing. We're going into detail. So nice kickoff there by Jack. Let's actually take a look at what happened here on this kickoff. So oKhaliD has tried to hook that, but he's way, way off to the left. And Jack has pushed it. I wonder... I'm going to take a look at the last kickoff as well, because I'm curious. Oh no, wait, the last kickoff would have been here. What am I talking about? I want to see the kickoff before this as well. Okay, well, this is the one kickoff that you can't really analyze, because it's the straight-on approach. You don't really have as much strategy for it. Let's look at the one here. Okay. Now, if Jack flips to the right here and loses... Ah, okay. That's interesting. Because here we see Jack has actually done the same strategy on this kickoff here as he did on the next one that he wins to put in to get the kickoff goal, essentially. So he actually did the same strategy twice in a row. When was this game? I think it was just last week. That's curious. So oKhaliD actually lost this kickoff. He lost while doing the hook style. Didn't get a kickoff goal against him. And then you fast forward to here. He actually does the same losing kickoff again. So maybe a mistake there by oKhaliD. Yeah, he played the exact same strategy twice in a row and lost it twice in a row. I would have liked to see a change up there by oKhaliD. See, you've got to ignore the kickoff between these two that I just looked at was a straight spawn. You kind of have to ignore that. You look at them in isolation. They're totally a different meta than the kickoffs that are slightly offset spawn and the diagonal spawns. The two either side of the straight spawn, Jack and oKhaliD both did the same thing, and Jack won both of them quite heavily. So maybe a mistake by oKhaliD to play the same kickoff strategy twice. That being said, sometimes when you lose a kickoff, you just think, nah, I just messed it up mechanically. I'll do it the same next time, but I won't mess up the mechanics, and it'll be fine. Now, you'll notice here, Jack just went for 2 push kickoffs in a row on the offset spawns, and he won them both. Now, he's switching it up, so he's anticipating that khalid's going to change his play. He's actually anticipating a switch from khalid on this one. But I don't think khalid switches, he just does the same thing again. Yeah, he did the same kickoff 3 times in a row. He lost the 2 before this, doing this strategy, and now he's like, you know what? I'm just gonna keep doing it anyway. I'm winning 6-2, and Jack tried to predict khalid switching. He's like, I'm gonna switch as well. I'm gonna anticipate khalid overcompensating for what I just beat him with, and I'm gonna switch. But khalid didn't switch. So at this point, Jack's like, come on, man. This is so annoying. I tried to predict that he's gonna be smart and switch his kickoff, and he just did the same thing. Like, how many of you guys in ranked have thought this? You're like, man, I changed up my game and my opponent didn't even do it. He didn't go to the next level. So yeah, Jack would probably be pretty mad about this one, because if that had worked, he'd be like, yeah, some inside his head, we're coming back. That's a no-nonsense shot from khalid, though. That's what you like to see from him. khalid mind games his opponents without even doing anything. Well, let's see what happens in this kickoff. What's he going to do? Is he going to do it again? The same kickoff again? No, this time he switches it. Now khalid switched, but did Jack switch? Let's see what he did. Okay, Jack actually didn't switch this time. He kept the same kickoff that he just lost with the previous one. But now khalid switched. And it's such a big loss that he wins it. Now, I say lost territorially. khalid actually wins this kickoff because it bounces so harshly into the wall. How many of you guys in ranked have thought? Yeah, I probably shouldn't have put those words together. Okay, nice 50-50 by khalid. Jack actually mentioned this on the podcast last week, that one of the things he thinks enables khalid to dominate 1v1 is his 50-50 game. He really rates khalid's 50-50s. Obviously, you guys know I do too. And he also thinks that one of the reasons Joriaz can compete with khalid is that Joriaz is the only one who can beat khalid in 50-50s, more than he loses. I think that's a really interesting take from Jack there. You clearly see that the 50-50 game there didn't go very well there. Didn't go very well for Jack. The oKhaliD, yeah, only when he's doing it. Yeah, it's good defense again by khalid at the near post. What could Jack have done here to maybe get a goal? I mean, he's ball chasing with 12 boosts on the kickoff. khalid plays it to his corner, and yeah, Jack just doesn't have enough boost to get under the ball. He's trying to get under the ball without using the boost here, so he can use the boost to flick the ball faster. Because if he uses his boost to get under the ball, his flick's probably going to be pretty bad. So yeah, that was just a really losing position there for Jack. Tough one to be in. khalid loses the power from his flick though. Couple of fake challenges and just not good enough from Jack again. He needed a goal right about now if he was going to ever have a chance. Is there a place you can get this replay? Yes, you can. You just have to go to ballchasing.com, search apparently Jack, and then scroll down to last week. You'll see the game against khalid. Just load a bunch of games and then Control F oKhaliD. You'll probably find every game that Jack's played against khalid, at least the ones that he's uploaded. But yeah, that was the goal that won it for him. Clearly Jack just wasn't playing his best in this one, and khalid was absolutely unstoppable. He played really well. Congratulations to him again on the 1800 game. I don't know if Sypical or Arsenal's 2500 games for 2v2 are on ballchasing.com. I might do this again if you guys want me to. Go find, if I can find the game, and do a cast of it after the fact. Did either of those guys stream it? I don't think they did. But yeah, that's all we have for khalid's 1800 game. Yes. Okay. Yeah. I could see. I could see if we could find them. I don't know if they exist. I'll have a look right now actually. So you just go to ballchasing.com. Really cool site. Then you go. There's a player search. Don't know if it only finds replays where the player was playing under their own name. That would be interesting. Can I search for only 2v2? Is that a thing? Oh yeah, it is. Ranked doubles. I can filter it like that. Let's see if we can find ranked doubles. I mean, I'm guessing it would have been the last game that Arsenal played is the one that got him 25-20, right? I imagine. I see one Arsenal and Rolled is against Taroko and Talibird. So that might be it. It was played yesterday. Yeah, it was played yesterday. So yeah, that could be the one for Arsenal. I don't know about Sipical. Let me see. Let me change to Sipical here. Sipical ranked doubles filter. Hmm. Now Sipical's I don't know when Sipical got 2500. Wasn't it like the same day that khalid got 1800 or really close after it? I'll tell you what, guys. I'll I'll tell you what. I'll try and find those for you. Um and we'll probably look at doing that another day because yeah, you guys seem to enjoy that quite a lot. But